And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. This is the type of stuff leaving me believing we are in our last days. I'm telling you, get your spiritual house in order. Aji, get it together. A damn hurricane in Los Angeles. The last time we saw something similar to that was in a movie. Now Californians are filling up sandbags to prepare for a hurricane. Hurricane Hillary is heading towards the Golden State coast at this very moment and is expected to turn into a tropical storm by the time it makes landfall in the usually very sunny Los Angeles. They haven't had something like this in like a century, nearly a century, something that has not happened. So as you can imagine, the people who live there aren't exactly jazzed about a part of the history. And we have one of my good friends there we talked to tonight. And joining us here on The Factor Uncensored from Los Angeles, and you're right there in Hollywood, our guy on the streets, Alexis Robbie. Alexis is originally from Houston, but you're in the film industry and you've been there several years now. How are people reacting to this potential hurricane coming to Los Angeles? And I think forecasters say it will be downgraded to a tropical storm by the time it makes land there. How are people reacting to this?
Well, everybody's panicking right now. Initially, at the beginning of the week, people thought it was going to be a joke, or they thought that, oh, it was going to veer off, or it wasn't going to affect us. And so people were just poking a lot of fun at it coming into LA and not taking it seriously. But now it's Friday. We know that it's going to be making landfall in San Diego and in LA, and that we're going to be getting a lot of rain and a lot of high wind.
And of course, we know, I'm sure, emergency officials there are providing residents with advice on what they should do to prepare. That's something you don't need because you have been through many hurricanes here in Texas, right?
Many, many hurricanes we've been through in Texas, yes. The local officials, the fire department is actually passing out sandbags to people. And so you can go to any of the fire departments and pick up sandbags to be able to try to protect your property from the flooding. The beach authorities are also building these sand dunes, these high, like 10-foot tall sand dunes, to keep the beach towns and the beachfront properties from flooding, which will most likely occur.
Yeah, I heard that there could be some flash flooding there as well as a result of Hillary, which will likely be downgraded by the time it makes land. But you guys haven't seen something significant like this in a long time, right?
The last time that a tropical storm made landfall in Los Angeles was 1997, and that was Tropical Storm Nora. And then the last time a hurricane made landfall was over 84 years ago in 1939. And the hurricane did not have a name because that was before they named hurricanes, and it did significant damage and flooded out a lot of homes, and it's a very destructive hurricane.
And when you talk about 84 years, that makes it a once-in-a-lifetime event. Many people don't live past 84, so there are probably not that many people around who remember when that happened 84 years ago in Los Angeles. So what are your friends saying about this? Is this impacting the industry? We know the SAG-AFTRA, also the writer's strike, all of that's underway, and that's pretty much, put a lot of people at rest in Hollywood. But then there are commercials and other entities where people are still working, right? But are they concerned about this system and what it may do?
Of course, all productions are going to be shutting down next week. They do not know the effects of the storm. And so all productions, even commercials and music videos, are all rescheduling due to the fact that it could be some serious damage, and that could keep people from being able to come into work and come to set.
And what is it like when you see people moving around town? Are they like what we do here, packing up on the essentials that they may need in case they are without power, in case they're without communications while this system moves through?
Yes, I'm at Gelson's right now in Hollywood, and it's packed with
Alexis,
people.
we don't know what Gelson's is. What is that?
It would be like Whole Foods. It's like a high-end,
got it.
a high-end grocery store. And I just left from inside a second ago, and people are taking all the water. Luckily, there's not a run on toilet paper again like a few years ago. So there's still a lot of toilet paper. But everybody's getting off from work right now, and they're coming immediately to the grocery stores and to Targets and to Walmarts to be able to stock up on things, because now we do know it will be making landfall, and we do know that we will have flooding, high winds. A lot of the trees are very old in Los Angeles, and due to the heat and the dry conditions, the trees are very brittle. So any high winds can cause them to snap very easily.
Wow. Well, I'm glad to hear that people are taking this seriously, because you and I both know the damage a hurricane can do, and also a tropical storm can do. And then the flash flooding that comes with, a storm like that, because it can be devastating and impact those people for a long time. Well, Alexis Robbie, we want to thank you for joining us here on The Factor Uncensored. Always our guy on the streets in Los Angeles. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for having me. You guys be safe, and we're going to try to bunker down.